Hello everyone, today I'm going to be working on this large beech informal upright tree. It's growing well this year, and I want to just cut it back a little, but I'm going to try my hands at grafting a branch into a bare spot, something I've never tried before, so watch along with me as I try and win or try and fail. Okay, so it's always had quite an unruly structure since I got this tree. My daughter bought it for me as a Father's Day present from a plant market in Swansea, the first year that she went to university. So I've had it a few years. She's approaching 30 now, but it's always had a bare spot in this area, so I'm going to try and refine this scar. I cannot remember what was there, whether I chopped that or whether it came like it. It wasn't being sold as a bonsai tree, but she just thought I would like the shape, which indeed I do. The trunk is quite interesting, I find. Let's see if I can zoom in. Not the best Nabari in the world. Thank you. And then you have this strange sinuous sort of curve. As you can see, I did wire it in places. So without any further ado, I'm going to start just snipping back a few of these branches, taking them back to a leaf going in the right direction, hence the name directional pruning. I'm hoping that the tree will flush out a second set of growth, and then I'll probably want to rewire it again in the winter time. Sorry about that, I've just realised I hadn't moved the camera. So this branch is going back into the trunk, so I'm going to just shorten that right back. And then just shorten some of this longer growth back to one leaf. Like so. This branch has decided to grow upwards, so I'm just going to remove that. Quite unruly here at the top. Definitely needs a bit of a haircut. Keep it from getting too congested. Again, another branch going completely skew-if, but I'm going to cut it back to there, and then I may wire it later in the season. Let me just trim back the apex like so. Okay, just give it a bit of a spin and you'll see it's has a lot of depth in the back. this tree. So I want to shorten this back quite considerably. I'm not quite sure why it has grown so madly at the back, because it's not as if I had it facing the light, or the light coming from the rear of the tree. Where it was in the bench, it pretty much got light all day long from all different angles. It's just seemed to have gone a bit bonkers at the back here. At least I know the tree is healthy and happy, so that's good. We can live with that. Have to keep an eye on these wires and make sure that they don't cut in too badly. Not sure what's happened with that particular branch. I think I'm just going to remove that piece of wire and remove that entire branch. It seems to have died back. Okay, so you get the gist of what I'm doing here. I'll turn the camera off, carry on with this, and then come back when I'm ready to try my hand at grafting. Okay, so that's kind of brought it back under a semblance of some control. I may well want to do some more wiring at a later point, and I haven't cut back every shoot. Some of these smaller shoots I haven't fully extended yet. I have left, and I'll come back and I will trim them off as and when they begin to grow long. Okay, so now then, here's the position where I want to do a graft. If you watched the last video, you'll know that I'd purposely left this particular branch to go into this point just below this big scar here. Spot the deliberate mistake. What I now think is I should have wired it round the other side of the branch so I could graft it at the back rather than at the front, but you know, sometimes you don't think of these things until they're very obvious and glaringly staring you in the face. So I don't think I'm going to get this branch behind without snapping it. So I'm just going to attempt the graft here as it is. So I'm going to take off these shoots here and there, and indeed there. Okay, so the technique I'm trying is called approach grafting, and what I'm going to okay, sorry about that. So I've carved a channel from the trunk, and having measured the branch up against it, I am going to carve a similar little notch simultaneously trying not to remove my fingerprints, and lastly the tree, the branch rather, should fit into that channel like so. Now I'm going to remove that leaf, that's better. I'm going to hold this in place with grafting tape, which again I've never used before. It's supposed to be super duper and self-adhesive, but then I've also been told that it will tie up on itself and won't stick to anything, so we will see. Try and do this without bashing the camera too much. So far it's not showing any signs of being self-adhesive and is doing the tie itself up into a thin piece of string malarkey. Anyway, you can sort of see the process. I'm going to turn the camera off and put this on, then we'll come back and see what it looks like. Okay, so there is the branch grafted into position. I'm not going to touch this branch for the rest of the season. I'm just going to let it grow and grow and grow. This is a job that can only be done in the growing season. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, and then maybe next year I can sever this piece of branch once this has taken a hold. Otherwise we shall see, but live and learn, live and learn. It's good to try new things. I think I've said in other videos, it's easy enough to remove a branch, and it's very simple to say, well, you know, you can regrow a branch in that spot. The tree's got to throw a bud in that spot before you can regrow a branch in that spot, and they don't always do what you want them to do. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves.